Hi, I'm Dr. Brad Shook. I'm a board-certified chiropractic physician in Hickory, North Carolina at Hickory Spine, and today I want to answer a question that comes up sometimes. How are auto injuries compensated? And this is an important topic. It's one that I've unfortunately become familiar with, just because working with people that have these problems. They often run into financial stress while they're being treated for their auto injuries. They lose their car. They have to borrow a rental car, or they get a rental car, but the rental car is only paid for a short period of time. So then they're without a vehicle. They may not be able to work for a period of time. They don't have revenue coming in, so they are financially stressed, and it can be a huge problem. So people often ask me, well, how are you compensated? There are a lot of different factors that come into this, but basically it comes down to what is lost, and then what remains. What kind of problems do you have after you've gone through the proper treatment? So there are a lot of factors that come into it. It's determined on an individual basis, but that's something that ultimately, your attorney, if you have an attorney, or if you negotiate with the insurance company, that they will help you to determine, or that a court determines. But it really varies depending on the person, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. But usually the things that are considered are, what was lost. So when you were injured, like what type of loss did you have? Did you have loss of revenue from your job? Did you have loss of enjoyment of life? Like, did you lose, and so there's certain things that, they're hard to quantify, but that the court and the legal system will try to help you figure out. Did you lose opportunity? Did you lose enjoyment of daily activities? What have you lost? What did you lose, financially, and then also opportunity as a result of the accident? And then once you've gone through the adequate therapy and care, then, and you're considered to be fully, maximally improved, what, if anything, can you expect to lose in the future? So it's a lot more complicated than just a simple answer. But those are all things that the legal system takes into consideration and tries to compensate you for, or make sure that you're not at a complete loss in the future. And really, if you have permanent injuries, it's tough to put a price on that, I know, but that's what the legal system is for, and how it tries to, how they try to help you determine what's most appropriate. And so it's not as easy as just saying there's a specific formula or something. It's not quite that easy. It really is individualized, and those are all the things that have to be taken into consideration. So I hope this helps you to better understand how auto injuries are compensated. It's not as simple as just one. There used to be, back in the day, people would say, well, it's 3 times your medical expenses, and that's not how it's done anymore. It used to be that whenever you had medical bills, a common thing you would see would be medical bills paid, and then the person compensated about the same amount, and then if there was an attorney, they would be compensated. That's just not how it's done anymore, because really that doesn't it was just a formula that was tried to, that was used to try to make it as simple as possible. It's really not that way. It shouldn't be that way anyway. It should be based on what does the person truly need, based on what has happened, right? That's my opinion, and that's how they're compensated today. Primarily, that's the focus. It's not 3 times your medical expenses anymore. That just doesn't hold water, because that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. What does make sense is the fact that what is wrong with a person? What have they lost? What can they expect to lose in the future? So I hope that helps you better understand how they're compensated. I wish it were easier, because I would be happy to share that with you, but there's no magical formula or way to know how you'd be compensated, or what the courts and legal system would determine is best for you. But I hope this helps you to better understand some of the complexities of it. If you have any questions, if you'd like my opinion on your case, I'd be happy to take a look at you. Our phone number is 828-324-0800. You can also go to hickoryspine.com to learn a little bit more about what we do. But I hope this helps you out. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.